Welcome back to another English lesson. This is another hotel English lesson, and that means I'm going to teach English until I get to my room in my hotel, which is across the street. Over there, it's the Windsor, California. And now I'm in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This is going to be a little different though. Usually with these hotel English lessons, I cannot stop recording until I get to my hotel room. Well, I asked earlier for permission to record at my hotel room or around the hotel. They said no. So I'm going to have to do this in a couple different parts. But let me give you a view of Rio. Better than looking at my face, but the beach is beautiful today. It's nice and warm. Not a bad place to spend the night. And we spent the night here. Ooh, we got a green light to go. Well, it's flashing red now, I don't know. The cars don't like to stop for pedestrians sometimes. We also have a bike lane here. Still getting used to this camera, but there is a whole lane for bikes, and then there is a separate lane for cars. And I am filming with a new camera. It's taken me a little while to figure it out. And I definitely do not want to get hit by a bike or a car. Might be an ambulance over there. Something going on over there. Some alarm. But as we are waiting to cross over to check out the hotel, let me tell you a little bit about my thoughts of Rio de Janeiro. So last year, I filmed a lot of lessons in New York City, so I think it would be a good comparison. I've only been here about 24 hours, so my thoughts may change, but overall, Rio is a super clean city. Not a lot of trash. They have actually, we'll probably pass them in a minute, but they have a lot of workers around the city. Can you see that person in the orange? They have a lot of people cleaning up trash. And at night, oh, here's a bus. Oh, we can cross now. There were a lot of people picking up trash at night to keep the city clean. We got a green arrow here. We got a green little person walking, and that means walk, I think, in any language. Yeah, so far, Rio has not been a disappointment. It's been pretty amazing. The one hiccup so far, a hiccup is another way to say a small problem. The one hiccup is that the hotel has told me that I cannot film. I think we can cross here. Yeah. I can't film the hotel lobby. I can film certain things with my phone. So I will be getting rid of this camera in a minute and replacing it with my phone, because they said that I could film certain parts of the hotel with my phone, but definitely not the lobby. I took some footage of the, oh, it looks like a tour is gonna start here. That's probably what it is. Maybe a walking tour or something. But there's the outside of my hotel. It's called the Windsor, California, right on Copacabana Beach. But I'm forbidden to film inside. So what we'll do is end the lesson here just for a moment. It'll be really quick for you. because the next thing you will see is me filming with my phone, but probably doing what we call a voiceover or a VO, where you will see the pictures, but my voice will be something that I record after. So hopefully the audio will be good, but awesome hotel. Let's turn the camera around. They have valet parking. So you can drop your car off right here. They will park it for you, probably for a fee. I took what do we call it? I didn't take a taxi. I didn't take an Uber, but I had my transportation figured out beforehand. Figured out. I worked out a plan. Worked out is another English phrasal verb. But before I left, I paid a driver to come see me. And if you saw the video where I arrived in Rio, actually from Maine to Rio, you will have seen him. His name is Victor, and he is from We Go Rio. There's a link on that last video about him. He was amazing, and he's going to take me back to the airport when my stay is done. Next time you see me, we'll be with a phone. So yeah, here we have a lovely view from the rooftop of my hotel. It is overlooking Copacabana Beach in Brazil. Beautiful sunny day. As we walk past the elevators, you can see there is a sign for the pool, but also if you go the other way, there's a little restaurant here. And I love the view of the mountains and the buildings behind the hotel. Love those clouds just over the mountain there. I spent one night just looking at the place all lit up, and I never saw this restaurant very full. Here we're coming into the sauna, and you can see a stack of towels there, a couple lounge chairs, but guess what? The sauna, as I turn on the light, this sauna was out of order. It wasn't working. And when I stayed at the other hotel, the other Windsor, their sauna wasn't working either. Typical fitness room here. The refrigerator door was slightly opened, so I closed it. Some barbells there. Also a beautiful view out that back window there. This is a little glimpse of the bathroom. What a Brazilian bathroom might look like at a Brazilian hotel. A couple urinals. Typical Western style toilet there. Okay, I'm cheating a little bit because I am so tired. I've just spent over 24 hours getting here, so I'm going to film some of this on the day after I arrive. Usually the English hotel videos are filmed all in one go. This is not going to be. So I have my new camera as well. We are in 10:01. 10:01. Oh, it locked on me again. Hang on. Gotta be quick. There we go. Gotta be quick. All right, the first thing we noticed, because I'm actually glad that happened. When we first arrived here, we didn't know how to turn anything on. So we arrived, and you'll hear these clicks every time I turn the camera around. There we go. But there were only a couple lights on. We're like, what is going on over here? And Jamie, luckily, noticed this. Now, you don't have to do this in the United States, but you put your key in, then everything comes on. So everything's fine, but you have to put your hotel key, and it was really warm when we arrived, and hang on, turn around for me, please. There we go. And this is all in Celsius, so we kind of had to figure out, colder the better, I guess, but it was kind of warm in here. All right, two things, at least two things, maybe three, that I've never filmed in an English hotel video? Hotel English video? I'm sorry, I can't think right now, but let's go into the bathroom first. Lights are on. Okay. So you have your typical things, soap, shampoo, all that stuff. Me, I'm looking pretty rough after all the travel. Fresh flowers? No, they're probably fake flowers. Oh, a mirror, if you want to see yourself. That we would probably call that a makeup mirror. But this is the kind of crazy thing right here. We'll put the seat down. There's the toilet. There's the toilet paper. But this thing, we do not have these in the United States. These are called bidets in English. But I also think it's probably bidet. It sounds French. Probably comes from the French. Let's take a look at the shower here. Decent shower. Nice shower head up here. Oh, they put some soap in there for us. I don't know if I've said it before, but I am filming with a new camera. It's the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's a little different. It's a little different, and hang on. There's a phone. Can you see it? Yeah, there's a phone in the bathroom. Not sure why. How about up here? Towel hooks. All right, I do like this camera. It's just going to take a little getting used to, we might say in English. I'm gonna have to figure out how to work it. It might take me a few English lessons to figure it out. The next thing I want to show you is something I've never used in a hotel, and that is the mini bar. But these prices compared to what I pay at home, they're actually not that bad. And we just arrived here, and we were really needing some caffeine. Let's see. So I don't have my glasses on, and I can't see the numbers, but those are all in the Brazilian currency. And basically, when you take the number in Brazilian money, I think it's called reals, please. Somebody correct me. You just divide by 5, and that will give you the USD, or the United States dollars, or the American dollars. So the Coke in the mini bar here, show you down there. We call this a mini bar because it's available in your room. I guess it does have alcohol. There's some alcohol here too. Get it in the picture. But there are snacks, mini bar, some Kit Kats right here. But that Coke was like $2. And that's what you normally pay in the United States. If you're at a hotel in the United States and it's the mini bar, because it's convenient, you can just take it right from your room. You don't have to go to a store. Hotels in the United States charge extra for that convenience. So a Coke in a hotel mini bar in the United States would probably cost $6, $7 American dollars. They do have some sort of coffee that you can buy. Little tiny coffee cups. Almost look Italian. Close that up. And most of the common stuff there. With some stationery, we might say. Geez, I really need to work on this. The camera is a little hard to use. Okay, I can bring it down a little bit. There you go. Remote control. I don't think we'll be watching a whole lot of television while we're here because, oh, hang on. Nice king bed. Okay, love it. Good stuff. A bench for some reason in front of the bed. Not sure why, but I'm not complaining. We also have, look at this. Can I get it all in the same frame here? I gotta bend down a little bit, but right here, some outlets that are different from the United States. Luckily, might take a little while, but I do have what we would call a universal outlet. I probably can't find it in all my luggage here, but I can't stop filming. This is a hotel English lesson. Let's see, it's a big, found it right here. This thing. So in Brazil, I think it's this one here, one-handed. Brazil, I use this, and then I can plug in all of my devices. Let's see if this works here. I'll be very sad if it doesn't work. Let's see, get that in camera. I can't get it in camera. All right, way down here. It's supposed to fit in, supposed to fit in just like that. Hopefully we have power. You didn't see that though. There it is. Okay, here's the best part. It's the view. Behind me, I'm going to open up and show you what's behind me. It's the ocean. I'm gonna have to turn this around, I think. Yeah, it keeps following me, which is fine most times, but I want you to see this. I think it's too light. You can't see it. Rio. There we go. Rio, baby. We got here pretty late. I think we are going to go down to the beach, but look at that. The best view ever from a hotel room. I'm tired. Maybe not my best work. New camera, I'm trying to figure out. If you're still watching, thank you. Hopefully you learned a little something. Look at that, that's Rio right there. I'm going to go. I'm going to thank you all for sticking with me for this long. I have lots of English lessons coming out from here in Rio, Brazil. Right up there is an English lesson I did on my travel to Rio. How about that? Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. In today's English lesson, you are going to learn at least 20 ways Americans use English phrasal verbs when they talk about traveling. And I am on my way to the airport right now. Yeah, I have to walk to the airport, but let's talk about head to. Head to. That's probably the first phrasal verb we should talk about. Right now, I'm heading to the airport. It's over there somewhere. Americans will say heading to when they are trying to get to a place. Eventually, I will head to Brazil, and I would like to take you along with me, but we have to get to the first airport first, and that is called the Portland International Jetport in Maine. The next English phrasal verb I would like to teach you is drop off. Earlier this morning, my daughter dropped me off at a restaurant called Panera Bread, and she dropped my wife off at school. That means you drive somewhere with somebody, but one of the people stays at some other place. So this morning, my daughter dropped me and my wife off because we didn't want to have to pay for long-term parking at the airport. We are not going to have a car here and probably save a couple $100 because we will be gone for 10 days. I don't know how much it costs to park at the airport for long-term parking, but that is not something we have to worry about. I guess I could have taken the bus here because there is a bus stop right here. Right over here is the runway, or some people say tarmac. This is where the airplanes take off and land. It looks like an airplane is coming down the runway right now. Yeah, you'll hear tarmac every so often, but I think most Americans call it just the runway. They definitely do not want people to be running onto the runway. Here we have something called a chain link fence. Up there is barbed wire, and behind the fence is a big concrete wall. So if a plane was taking off right now, we wouldn't be able to see it. But take off is the English phrasal verb we use when the airplane leaves the ground. When an airplane comes back down to the ground, we will probably use the verb land. The plane landed on the runway at 1 o'clock, but you might also hear touchdown. Luckily, that concrete wall comes to an end, so if a plane does take off or land, we could see it. Touchdown can be a little tricky because in the game of football, we just call it football here, you might know it as American football, you can score a touchdown in that game. It's worth 6 points, but when we're talking about planes, oh, hey, there's a plane, I didn't even see that plane. It's getting too far away. I don't think we can see it, but that airplane is taking off from the airport. You might hear the phrasal verb lift off, but that doesn't really apply to airplanes. Probably more like space shuttles. And a lot of times liftoff is used as a noun. You might hear, we have liftoff. Somebody might say that when a space shuttle is launched. Let's take a look at this sign right here, passenger terminal. Terminal is just another name where people wait for their plane, but departing passengers means you are leaving from this airport, and arriving, well, just means you're arriving here, you're getting here. Oh no, as I'm walking, I see something pretty concerning, making me happy that I don't have to leave a car here. So if you are just dropping somebody off, you can pay by the hour, so it is $2 an hour, but long-term parking is $14 a day, and they're full. So garage is probably, well, I'll show it to you. Surface is probably on the first floor. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Man, if I had to drop my car off here, I don't think I would be able to keep it here. Both of the parking lots are full. The hourly parking is great for if you are dropping off a passenger. Like, you can leave within an hour or two. You're not leaving your car here. And this airport is super convenient for me. I probably live 30 minutes away. So if I got into a car right now and drove, it would only take me 30 minutes to get here. And it's super small and it's hardly ever busy. Unlike the airport I will be flying to later, JFK in New York City. JFK and NYC. Yeah, so about that parking garage thing, I think the surface just means the first floor. I'm not sure, but the parking garage is over there. We're getting ready to take off. All right, we made it to New York City. We are at an airport called JFK, but we made it here so early that our gate where we catch our plane, which is B41, we've made it here so early, it's not even our flight. There is another flight going to Amsterdam. So we have a layover here in New York, which means we have several hours to wait before we can get our flight to Sao Paulo. And then we have another layover in Sao Paulo because our final destination is Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. All right, just a few more hours until we leave, but Sao Paulo, Brazil is on the board. We have something called a red eye, which means we are doing most of our flying at night. So hopefully we will be able to sleep, and hopefully the next morning our eyes are not red because we didn't sleep all that much. All right, we are just about to board our plane to Brazil. Let's talk about the English phrasal verb settled in. That means when you get to a place and you want to get comfortable. So right now I am settled into my seat. It seems like we have about a 10-hour flight to Brazil. I think they are going to dim the cabin lights. Those are the lights in the plane, and we might be able to get a little bit of a snooze. It's another way to say get some sleep. Well, we made it to Sao Paulo, but this airport is massive. It has taken us probably 1 hour to get from one side of the airport to the other. We did have to go through customs. I should say that the Brazilian passport control was a lot nicer than the Canadian passport control I had to go through last summer when I went to visit Bob the Canadian. Yeah, this woman was very nice. She didn't ask me that many questions. In fact, I think she just asked me one. Are you here for business or are you here for pleasure? I said, well, I'm here for pleasure. I'm here for a vacation. I do have one small bone to pick with the Brazilian government. When you have one small bone to pick, it means you're a little mad. Well, Jamie and I both got visas because the day we arrived was supposed to be the first day the Brazilian government required a visa from American citizens, but the day we arrived, they said, we are going to push it back a year. That is an English phrasal verb. That means just, we're not going to do it now. We're going to do it later. So they pushed it back 1 year. We still had to pay for our visas. About $180 in total. No, $160 in total. Okay, we made it to our gate. I'm going to find a quiet place where I can talk to you for a little bit. Hey, if you don't know Portuguese, Brazil, it's going to be tough. I thought at the airport I might be able to just get by with my English, but a lot of people who work here at the airport don't know English, which is fine. I'm in Brazil. There's music over here. I should know Portuguese, right? I don't, not well at all, but it's going to be hard. If you're trying to learn English, and hopefully your English is getting better every day, but if you come to Brazil, be prepared to do a lot of hand signals because, yeah, not a lot of English. One lady was super mean to me. I was just asking where our gate was. She didn't even want to use Google Translate with me. So I tried to be nice, but she was not nice. We had a long flight overnight. We're both tired. We're both going to be happy when we can get to our hotel, but we have a driver meeting us at the hotel. So I paid a little extra money to have some peace of mind. It's a term we use in English when you do something, it might be a little harder or it might be a little extra, but it won't be that much trouble. And so what I did for a little peace of mind is I paid a little extra money. Excuse me, the monster. Paid a little extra money to have a driver meet us and take us to our hotel, and he will also drive us to our hotel when we are ready to go back home. And the weather outside the terminal here in Sao Paulo, really cloudy. Not great for beach weather. Hopefully it will be a little sunnier in Rio de Janeiro. One other thing, if you plan on visiting Brazil, when you go into the bathroom, you are going to notice a trash can by the toilet. Yeah, you're not supposed to flush the toilet paper down the toilet. It might clog the toilet. That's the verb we use when the toilet stops flushing. So yeah, just throw away your toilet paper in the trash can or the trash bin next to the toilet. While I wait for my plane to show up at the gate, I think I have about an hour, let me teach you a couple more English phrasal verbs, because at the beginning of the lesson I said we would talk about 21. I might not get to 21, but how about this one? Look forward to. Look forward to. I booked this flight to Brazil last January. Right now, it's April. So I have been looking forward to this vacation for quite a while. When you use looking forward to in English, that means something is in the future, but you want it to happen. You're probably very excited for it to happen. You are probably looking forward to the day when you can speak English confidently. I hope that day has come for you. If not, keep working hard. The next one is catch up. Now, Jamie and I have been traveling for almost 24 hours, and one thing we are looking forward to is catching up on our sleep. So catching up means you're behind in something, you're not quite where you should be, but you make a better effort to try to get there. Maybe you need to catch up on your English work. Maybe you had 3 papers due this week and you've only done 1. So you have to do those last 2 pretty quickly. You need to catch up on your work. And catch up sounds a lot like the condiment you might put on a hamburger or a hot dog. Ketchup. Yeah, I think they sound exactly the same, but they're spelled really differently.
Pay attention to measles signs and symptoms. If you have red spots on your body, fever, including cough, runny nose.
While I was sitting here waiting for my flight, I thought of another English phrasal verb you might be able to use, but it's not just for travel, it's for a wider use. But right now here in Sao Paulo, the clouds are out. It's pretty cloudy, but it's kind of early in the morning. Let's go over to this window so you can see. But I'm hoping the clouds are going to burn off and it will be sunnier later. Let's take a look outside. Yeah, so it's cloudy, still morning, but if you think the clouds might go away in the afternoon, maybe because of the sun, probably not, you can say, I hope the clouds burn off before I go to the beach this afternoon. Still waiting for my plane, so let's go back over to this quiet spot because I would like to teach you the term jet lag. Jet lag happens when you go far away from your home and the time changes. Now, I'm far away from my home now, about 4,000 miles away, I think, but it's only like an hour later here. So right now it's 10 o'clock in Brazil and it's 9 o'clock where I live, 9 o'clock in the morning. There wasn't much of a time difference. But if I were to go to, say, China, where there is a 12-hour time difference, I would probably experience jet lag. Jet lag is when you arrive at a place and the time is very different than what you're used to. It may take you a couple days to acclimate to the new time zone. Acclimate. It's a really advanced English word, just meaning to adjust, to get used to. All right, we just arrived in Rio, and hopefully our driver, Victor, will be waiting for us. He's from Rio Uigo, and he is going to be taking us right to the hotel. He speaks English too, which is super convenient. Ah, familiar restaurant, good old Burger King. It's me. Is it Victor?
Yes.
How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you, Brett.
Nice to meet you too.
Hello.
This is Jamie. Yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
Perfect.
You're welcome. Front if you want.
Okay, I'll just stay back here, I think. It's a good angle. What are seatbelts mandatory here, or?
Yes.
Oh, really? I thought Rio didn't have too many rules.
With something calmer, because when I'm alone, I
Yeah.
some heavy metal.
Oh, good.
But
If we don't listen to any music, that'll be good too, because
I forgot.
YouTube doesn't like music.
Yes, I know. You know, there's a funny story. There's a guy in São Paulo that he does. You know, he goes to stores you know, when some people make a complaint and he kind of like argue with the owner.
Yeah.
And he got very famous, you know, on TV because of that. And then the people from the stores, they started putting Disney music on their stores.
Oh.
So he wouldn't film it.
That'll shut him down. I don't think the seatbelt works, does it? Is it possible?
I think you're putting it in the wrong one. You have
Oh.
to there.
Gotcha. Oh, it works. Thanks. So how far of a drive is it to our hotel?
You changed your hotel rates.
No, that's just for the one coming back. Yeah, Copacabana.
So here to Copa, no traffic, 25, 30 minutes.
Okay.
To Baja, it depends, you know, it can be around 45, 50.
Okay.
But the thing is, the traffic, you know.
Yeah.
Rio's traffic is crazy, especially like morning. From Copacabana to the airport, not so much, because most of the time you'll be, you know, morning, you'll be coming against the traffic, but at night can be anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half.
Wow.
And from Baja, can be close to 2 hours, you know, and with heavy traffic, like with rush hour, morning rush, and depending on the, you know, afternoon rush hour. If you want to visit the Christ, go by the train and book it online, you know, for a specific time.
Yeah.
Because if you try to buy, you know, at the moment, you know, on the ticket booth, you know, you'll probably be facing like a 2-hour line or a 3-hour line. So it's much easier to go like the day before, buy it online, and have it ready. You know?
Okay. These guys on motorbikes are going to cause an accident too.
It's so common. You know, here they're allowed to drive between the cars as long as the traffic is not moving or it's very slow.
Okay.
But the thing is, they do it even if the traffic is moving fast. They just do whatever they want.
Oh, is this what the holdup is? Maybe that van broken down, I guess. How long have you lived in Rio?
Most of my life, I guess.
Yeah.
I was born in a city close to Rio that's like 80 miles from Rio. But my family came to Rio so I could, you know, study, you know. It was a very, very small city called Mangaratiba.
Okay.
Beautiful city. But it's basically like a fisherman city, you know, a fisherman town, like 10,000 people. Everyone knows each other, like.
Do you go back often?
Nah.
No.
Still have some, you know, family over there, but like if I go once a year, that's okay.
Gotcha.
That's pretty much it.
Do those vendors ever get hit in the middle of the road like that?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, it happens.
Jeez.
And sometimes they create the traffic so they can sell.
Oh.
I've seen them putting cones, you know, just blocking like 2-3 lanes just to funnel people.
Really?
To create traffic.
Like there's a castle over there or something.
Yep, that's the Fiocruz. That's a research center for vaccines.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
they produce most of the vaccines for COVID for Brazil. Just a curiosity, because you don't see this in the US. These blue things on top, these are water reservoirs that the houses have. It's not rainwater, it's just we store water on our homes because it's somewhat common for us to be, you know, a year at least like 4 or 5 days without water for some reason. So we have you know, at least like 4 or 5 days of water on top of the house.
I see.
This place here that looks like a stadium, you see here?
Yep.
On the right. That's a cultural meeting place for people from the northeast Brazil. So if you want to eat cheap and eat well,
Yeah.
that's the place. They don't, you know, most of them don't speak English, but the food there is amazing and it's cheap. You know, they have very famous like sun-dried meats in the restaurants over there. That's, you know, it's just amazing.
Okay. Oh no, I just realized I didn't record an outro to that English lesson. So thank you to Victor from Rio We Go. I cannot recommend them highly enough. There is a link in the description if you ever come to Rio and want to use their services. Thank you so much for watching. If you're looking for more English, there's an English lesson I filmed with my brother in about a foot of snow. I want to show you something crazy. I was not going to show it on video, but here it is. And I said to Sita, I don't want to put that on video just in case somebody sees it and comes and steals it, because I'm sure it's worth a lot of money. And she said, don't worry, you can't even get here if you want to. There is a lot of security to get in the favela. I guess to get the best view, I need to go up this ladder. You'll catch me if I fall? Good. Because I'm bigger than you. Now I got to get down from this ladder, and it's quite a fall if I don't make it, so no.
Eu tenho umazinha aqui, se eles quiserem.
He's offering high.
I have one.
Do you want?
No, if you only have one, no,
Okay.
thank you. Save it for your partner. He wants it more. Is there anything good in there?
Oh, o armário, quer mostrar o armário?
Pode.
These.
Oh, wow. I'm right outside my Airbnb. It's a Saturday morning, and it looks like a little market is popping up here. In today's English lesson, you are going to visit a Brazilian favela. Favela. Trying to say it in the Portuguese way. But it might not be a traditional English lesson. I'm not sure how much I can film. My friend Sita, who has been a subscriber to the channel for 4 years, I guess, maybe as long as I've had the channel, and she is going to take us to this favela. It's a good opportunity for us, and favela has become an English word, and it's a place where people who don't have as much money might live. I've been told by several Brazilians, don't go there, it's too dangerous, but I trust Sita, and I trust the guide that she has found to show us around the favela. And a guide in English is someone that you follow because they know something more than you know. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how much I can film. I am using a different camera, the GoPro, so if it does get stolen, you know, it's not my nice new camera, but we'll see how it goes. We'll at least meet Sita and hopefully see some. I don't want to focus on the lack of money in the favela. I would like to. I don't think that's a stray dog. Hey, one thing I will say about Rio, it's very clean. I think I've said that before. And there are no stray dogs. That might be one, I'm not sure. He looks like he might be in rough shape. But I'll see how much I can film and hopefully teach some English along the way. No promises though. Right now we are in our Uber. We just met Sita. She's in the front seat there. And we just met Leo. He's right here. We're in a very small Uber. So I'm in the middle. But we are on our way to the favela tour. We've just arrived in the favela. Or I think close to it. We're just waiting on our guide. But behind me, if you look, there are some older people. And behind me, this building, see it's pretty tall. We might call that a building for senior living. So it's a nicer way to say old people live in the building behind me. It's like a senior living house. Hey, we're waiting for our tour guide still, but I wanted to show you somebody is getting a refrigerator delivered. So I don't know if they're waiting to go up into the favela, but pretty big refrigerator. And the traffic in Rio, it's pretty crazy. I think there's a stove over there too. Right now Sita and our tour guide are speaking. I'm not sure what they are saying, but I asked, is it safe? So they were saying we could go one way through a trail very safe, or maybe up through the favela we will see more things, but it might not be quite as safe. But some police officers just walked by and they said hello to our guide. I'll figure out what his name is in a minute, but some more police are coming by now. So I think he knows them, which is good. We'll see. I'll keep you posted on what we do. All right, Sita's figuring it out. She's gonna talk a little bit here.
Yeah, I was telling Brent that our guide told us that it's better going through the trail, not inside the favela, the main street, let's say so. So we are gonna go with him because it's safer, and we don't want to put anyone in danger. So we are gonna do the way he's telling us to do. It's better for Brent, for Jamie, and for us. And it's gonna still be nice because we go through the trail. Brent is gonna enjoy lots of beautiful views, and then we are gonna meet my friend that offered Brent to visit his house. So he's still going to have an experience in a local place in the favela.
Perfect. And he also said there was a party last night.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people might still have some guns.
He said they had a party last night, kind of funk thing, and people can be drunk, can be a little bit weird. So not dangerous because we are with them. He's a local, but we could still avoid that going through the trail.
Okay, so we're not going through the favela still, but they just asked, is anyone afraid of heights? So I guess this trail we are going on is pretty steep, we might say. We're doing a lot of negotiating back and forth, seeing how this is going to work. So it's all good though. Tudo bem, they say here in Brazil. It's all good. Our guide, Luis, he seems to know everybody, but we are going up this hill, and I'm told I can record, and it looks like there's a lot of it's like moto taxi, I think they say. So it's a taxi on a motorbike, and some of the motorbikes you may have seen in my other video are pretty crazy, but you can get an Uber here on a motorbike. If I feel brave, I may do that, but I might do that at the risk of my life. And I will probably be breathing heavy because we are walking up a steep incline. Looks like a hostel right there. Yeah, he seems to know everybody. Right, there's some acai here, very famous in Brazil. I think I'll do a video on that as well. They're not open right now. I'm not sure where the person is who is selling the acai. All right, so I would call these switchbacks, paths that go side to side, so you don't have to climb up so steeply. So we're going up probably a ramp of switchbacks, I would say. There is an elevator we could take, but I asked. He knows everybody, our guide. But I asked if we could just go whichever way, we will see more things for you. So I think we're taking the stairs. Look at this view. There have been many things that I have not been able to record, but there's a little park here for children in the favela. Cook some meals there if you want. Play on the jungle gym, we might call it. And then you got a great view while you play. And look at this, we have some beautiful artwork here right by the playground. Look at that nice gorilla right there in the favela. Love it, love it. Okay, again, I couldn't record, but we just met a man and he has a soccer school or a football school. We're gonna visit that right now. I don't think any students will be there though. Before we get to the soccer school, we are going through a part of the favela where a man took maybe trash or things that were going to be thrown away, and then he recycled it to make this beautiful part of the favela. I mean, talk about the view though. Oh wow, hopefully we can go way up there because it looks very colorful. Right. Okay, Luis, our tour guide, has a key ring with a lot of keys, so he has to try every one to unlock the padlock. Oh, but it looks like there's some antiques in here.
Very beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Typewriter?
You can
Oh, I can. Okay.
You can enter, he said.
I thought he was saying I couldn't record, so I was gonna wait as long as I could. There's a punching bag in here. There's an old sewing machine. Look at that. That is the type of television I had when I was a kid. We would call this a camcorder. Ah, it's awesome. Keyboard down there. That is, why can't I think of that? That's an accordion in English, an accordion. It's back here. Oh. I thought that was a video game.
It's kind of joke with the time they open. He's saying, abrimos quando chegamos. We open when we get here. Fechamos quando saímos. We close when we leave. Se vier e não estivermos, é porque ainda não chegamos ou já saímos. If you come and we are not here, it's because we didn't arrive or we left yet. So funny related to the time.
They're closed right now.
Yeah,
so
they're
not
closed
here
right now. The guy just took the key to help us to be here.
Okay, and he found which key works?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Because Jamie is already there.
Okay.
So he
good.
found it.
And I think we can still record this.
Yeah,
so.
you can do, no problem.
All right, I'll record myself going up this. But these are, looks like recycled tires.
Yeah.
With some tiles.
Recycled tire, yes. He made some
wheels.
He made some tires. Tires, yeah.
Rubber tires.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow. Wow, this is pretty special.
Boy.
This is very special. Obrigado.
A vista é bonita. A vista aqui é bonita.
Got some surfboards here. Old-fashioned telephone. Wonder if it works. No, I think it's just for looks. It doesn't work.
Brent, how do you call this?
Oh, that's we call that an upside-down wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. Not easy to say with those R's.
Yes. Not easy.
Oh, probably another telephone that doesn't work. Oh, the screen. Something on the screen. If you speak Portuguese, you might know that. Secret? But? Oh. So I think this is a bar. Yes, so you can order drinks here. They are closed right now. Caipirinha. I can never say that right, but it's like the national drink of Brazil, and it is traditional and it's made with lime. But now you can get passion fruit, pineapple. It's a very good drink. It does have alcohol though. If you want to find more out about this bar, they do have an Instagram page. Right, I want to show you something crazy. I was not going to show it on video, but here it is. Very famous soccer player in Brazil, Pele, lived a long time ago, but that is a trading card from Pele. He's this guy right here. And I said to Sita, I don't want to put that on video just in case somebody sees it and comes and steals it, because I'm sure it's worth a lot of money. And she said, don't worry, you can't even get here if you want to. There is a lot of security to get in the favela, so no worries. There it is, worth a lot of money. All right, Luis, our tour guide, just gave us some nice cold water, and it looks like we have a bathroom break coming up on the tour, if the key works. Lots of keys. It works. It's very hot today, especially when we're out in the sun and there isn't a lot of shade. Very hot, so this cool water is going to feel good. So here we have another bar, really cool under here. You still get a nice view over there, but look at the artwork. I don't know exactly what that means, but I do know that alto is high, and yeah, we are very high over Rio right now. Sita just told me that the PPG is the acronym for this favela. I'm not even going to pretend that I can pronounce it, but I will leave the name somewhere on the screen right now. Good luck if you're not Portuguese to be able to say that name. Okay, for some reason, the Brazilians don't want to get açaí, but they said that we should get açaí. So Sita is going to help us. We're going to get some açaí in the favela. Do you know the man's name?
No, but I can ask.
Okay, il nome?
Como é o seu nome, meu amor?
Luciano.
Okay.
Luciano is his name.
Luciano. Luciano is going to give us, I think it's the best açaí in Rio. Is this the best place?
Me?
I think it's the best. It's the best. The best place.
Verdade. The best.
The best in Rio.
So
Rio on the side.
what's the best flavor to get?
Qual é o melhor sabor, Luciano? Como é que é o seu? Já é combinado?
Eu já é batido já.
E é com o quê? Banana? Morango?
Com banana. Tem de morango e tem de banana.
E
Ai.
como é que é a cobertura?
Cobertura de morango, chocolate, leite condensado, tutti-frutti, caramelo,
Muita
e
coisa.
Wow.
Wow.
You like banana, right?
He's telling me
granola,
it's red
chocolate,
mixed
chocolate.
with banana and
Oh.
strawberry.
Okay.
So you can have some things on the top, and he said a lot of things that we need to ask again to try
Okay.
to.
Well, he's the expert, so whatever he says, we'll get. How about that?
Ok. Você é o expert no assunto, então o que você disser, eles vão topar.
Esse aqui
No
é de
pressure.
7, que sai mais, no caso.
Banana
Aqui,
strawberry?
é. O açaí sai mais o de 7, o de 10, o de 11.
E sabor, qual que sai mais?
Não
Banana.
faz grande não, Luciano,
Não,
porque depois eles vão comer feijoada.
Ei,
É.
Tem que ter espaço na barriga para
vou fazer um
feijoada.
de 3.
I'm telling him not to do a
Você quer
big
estrear?
one
Yeah.
because you need to save space for feijoada.
Oh, okay, okay. Is that the barbecue? Feijoada?
No.
What was
No.
What did we?
Feijoada is a kind of bean stew
Okay,
with pork meat and all this stuff.
and that's what we're gonna have.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are gonna see. It's a big buffet. You
Okay.
can choose whatever you want at the buffet.
Perfect.
So I think you are gonna like it.
Close up of what he's doing here.
Nice experience.
Yeah.
Not because of feijoada, because feijoada you can.
A mulher me ligando, procurando a chave e não tá comigo, não tá aí na cozinha.
All right, so trying açaí for the first time in a Brazilian favela. Do you mind holding the camera, Sita?
No problem.
I think we got it good right here.
I hope I can do it.
Okay, so we got, I was told there's granola in here, and there's some chocolate and it's strawberry banana flavored.
Yeah,
The
that's
best.
it.
Oh, it's good.
Is it a little messy?
Very delicious.
I'm gonna try not to get it.
Yeah, a little bit.
No.
That's a difference.
Be careful, otherwise you are gonna have your shirt a little bit dirt.
That is good. And I was told this would not make me sick.
No, it won't make you
If
sick.
I get sick, I'm
No,
blaming Sita.
you can blame me, but you won't. You won't.
We need to be careful of the ice and the water here. So far, we've not been sick.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll know if I get sick. Sita.
Just call me and I will help you, but you won't get sick.
Great stuff. I guess to get the best view, I need to go up this ladder. I'll do it with two hands, I guess. I'll put that right here. You'll catch me if I fall? Okay. 'Cause I'm bigger than you. I'm way more.
Ele é maior que você. Tá com medo, tá com medo.
Somehow we did it. I don't know. Whoa. I almost tripped on that thing though. All right. So this is a good view. Thank you. Wow. This is, no, don't. Can't record. Okay, I need to be very careful with the camera, but I'm told I can film in this direction and it's pretty amazing. I guess I can shoot this way too, just not down. 'Cause we got a great view. Great view. Just said getting up is a lot easier. Now I got to get down from this ladder, and it's quite a fall if I don't make it. So I really need to make it. I'm not going to video this. So if you see me back on camera, I made it okay. So I just got off that ladder. I survived. But I just asked, they're building something here. This is a new dwelling. It's going to be a house for somebody. And Sita just said that since they can't build out or around, they build up. And it looks like above me is also another construction site. So we're leaving the favela now, but this is an older building, no longer being used. And you can see it was made with mud. So I'm not sure, maybe I can ask Luis, will this ever be torn down? Maybe somebody could live here. Because I was also hearing that it can be kind of dangerous. Like the bottom buildings of the favela, sometimes when there's a lot of rain or a mudslide, we might say, some of those buildings get damaged. So they're trying to do a better job, that construction, doing a better job of making sure that the building is safe. I was just talking with Sita because as we're leaving the favela, you know, there's a little bit more trash. But in the favela, there wasn't too much trash. So I wondered, does the city of Rio come into the favela and take away trash? She said no, but the city does pay people in the favela to collect all the trash. And I think they're doing a pretty good job. And they will bring it to the bottom of the favela. It's like where I started recording, that senior living home. It looks like a little place that you can work out up here, the top of the favela. Yeah, looks like some more steps. We're not going up these steps, but looks like it leads up to a little trail there. We're going a different way. And right across from the workout area, that is the soccer school we were talking about earlier. The man is not here right now. He's doing another job. He's delivering water in the favela. I couldn't record him, but this is his school and he has about 20 students that come here to learn how to play soccer. Or since I'm in Brazil, maybe I should say football.
They're on like a lot of the, we have what's called travel teams, so they travel to different parts of the
Now it's a future because Jamie is
Okay, just turned jungle very quickly here. I was told to watch my head on this big tree branch. You don't have to wait, I can find the way. So I was told that even though the views were great in the favela, they're going to be even better when we get up here somehow. And of course, you won't see a lot of tourists up here because you kind of need permission to go through the favela. But it is hot and it is high up, so I'm breathing heavy. I don't know, kind of a crazy looking plant here. It looks like aloe to me, but it's probably not.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. There, that's what yep. Botafogo. The sugarloaf is urca, yep.
Here.
And the views continue, but behind me there was a guy making sure everybody's safe who had a really big gun, so I don't want to make him mad. So I was wondering why way up in this mountain somebody poured concrete, but this used to be a helipad, we would say in English, so like a helicopter. There's one up there, so a helicopter could land here. But of course, the way it is now, it doesn't seem like anybody has been using this in a long time. And Sita just told me that a movie was filmed here with the famous soccer player Pele. So I wonder what year that was. Probably back in the 70s, maybe something like that, but a long time ago. I'm glad I wore the dad shoes for this trek. Sita was just telling us that that man in the woods back there with the gun was just kind of like a lookout in case any other factions, any other enemies would come. And so, but there has been peace here in this favela for a long time. I'm not sure why that hole is here. I will find out, but maybe also protection from the other factions. Okay, I just learned.
It's not active. They don't
Okay. Okay, so I can talk about it, but at one time, people might have used that bunker. I would probably call it a bunker or a hideout. They would use that hideout to hide from the police, but it's not a problem anymore. There's a good relationship between the police and the people of the favela. This is definitely jungle terrain, but there are some beautiful flowers here. Let me show you the alarm system they have to let anybody know who's walking around who shouldn't be. Put some cans right here. And that will just alert anybody like, hey, somebody's here. Let's check on them. Should they be here or not?
Tudo bem?
Okay, now we're gonna have some lunch here in the favela. His name again? What's his name?
Eduardo.
Eduardo. Edward, we would say in English. But whatever he's cooking, it already smells good.
Nossa, ele ficou zoando.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh wow, it's beautiful.
Entra.
Right. Take the dad shoes off.
Bom, não precisava, né? Não precisa. Não precisa. Eles
It's
vão...
not necessary, just if
No,
you want.
I will.
Cidinha, tem água aqui.
Caraca, Edu!
Tem...
Uau!
Que visual.
Não repara a minha humilde residência, viu?
Sou humilde residência, só tem.
Não repara a minha
Sou humilde residência, só tem visual incrível.
Oh, for the hummingbirds, I think. There's a hummingbird feeder. A hummingbird feeder.
Você pode escolher. Você pode lavar aqui. Você pode lavar aqui.
Eu esqueci!
Ou você pode lavar lá dentro.
Eu esqueci
I don't know, we
disso!
might call that a bird bath in English, maybe? And a lot of the buildings here in Rio will have this. It's a water tank to catch extra water.
Privilege now. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, wow.
Okay, so I was wrong. This is not a bird bath. This is a fountain for washing your hands to clean them. Thank you. Because we are about to eat.
Deixa eu pegar essa... Aqui é meu cantinho de estudo, Cida. Fala pra eles que aqui é meu cantinho de estudo, tá? Eu tenho ciúme danado.
Okay.
What is this, Cita?
His place for his studies, he's jealous of this place.
Oh.
Fala que o Vante tá trabalhando aqui, ó.
Yeah,
O
his
dono da
partner-
casa também.
His partner is working today
Oh, okay.
because he is a hair stylist.
Oh, really?
Fala pra ele que, que o Vante tá trabalhando porque eu preciso tomar Heineken. É.
Okay. He's making a joke. He's saying Vand is working because he needs money to drink Heineken.
Oh, okay. Worth the drink.
Oh my God.
That Heineken's not going to buy itself, right?
Yes.
Eu tenho umazinha aqui, se eles quiserem.
He's offering Heineken.
I have one.
Do you want?
No,
No?
if you only have one, no.
Okay.
Thank you. Save it for your partner. He wants it more.
Cida, o que vocês querem? Querem sentar lá fora? Querem sentar aqui dentro?
Não, nada de lá fora,
Vem cá,
tá calor.
Posso sentar aqui? Aqui, eu vou sentar aqui. Pode.
Get some cushions out.
Cida, tem um binóculo. Às vezes, quando eu quero ver os barcos passando, eu fico
Aí tirou onda.
Some binoculars.
Daí pro Brent, pra Jamie.
Oh, thank you.
They're usually two boats on their
Yeah?
ships. And the visuals.
Oh, okay.
I am near the video.
Okay. Thank you.
O Edu,
Oi! Oi!
essa parte mais baixa aqui é o...
Chocolate. I love chocolate.
Yes, the Brazilian chocolate is good.
This is Galo.
Okay.
This is the G.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. I just learned that where we're at is like 3 favelas together, and that is why it's the PPG. That's the G over there. And I guess we're in one of the P's over here. Eduardo just offered me some house slippers, we would call these.
Na verdade, a Jamie é do Alabama, mas ela é de Florida também.
And we do red, purple.
I was joking with Eduardo because he owns all of the buildings below. He owns all the apartments below. I was wondering if anybody lived above him, and he has the space above him. It's a laundry room. He said we could go up. It would be messy. I said we didn't have to go up, but thank you, Eduardo. We'll check it out up here.
Oi! Cuidado!
Watch the head.
Cuidado!
Couches.
Vamos?
Oh, wow.
Eu vou fechando a fila.
He said it was messy. Doesn't look messy up here. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Brent,
Yeah.
that's what I was telling you. They are still going up.
Oh, so is he going to own this eventually? Will he, will he live in it?
Eu também, né?
É o sótão. Diga que é o sótão, onde fica as caixas d'água.
But he won't rent this out.
Not a bus, yeah.
Aqui é só seu, né?
All right. Yeah, so another view up here. Are you getting tired of seeing all the views?
Water. Oh, okay.
Eduardo is growing some blackberries in his rooftop garden. So I was asking if Eduardo and his partner do all the work, or do they hire other people to do the work? And no, Eduardo and his partner did it all.
R$1.000. Ele não vai te falar que cobra R$1.000. Ele fala assim, eu cobro R$1.
And they're not done. They're still building even higher.
Funciona assim.
And one thing that makes it hard to get material around here is because it's so high up. So basically, buying material down there is half the price of buying it up here, because you also have to pay somebody to carry it up. So it equals to like double the cost if you have to build something up here. Eduardo can build as high as he wants, but it gets a little complicated down here because there are two spaces there. Eduardo owns the bigger space, but the guy below owns this space. So it could be interesting if the other guy decides to build, but Eduardo has left.
Here's to drive.
I don't know what you call this in English, but he left this part here in case he needs to build out. So he just always wants to be the person that's highest with the beautiful view. So we call this a satellite dish. I'm not sure if it still works. I wonder. But there is a sink over here and a little bathroom and some storage.
Eu quero pedaço dessa laje. Que pedaço você quer? Eu quero pedaço para botar minhas caixas d'água. Se você olhar ali, né?
That's how we get downstairs.
É isso que você quer?
We need to go really quickly because there's an elevator that stops running in a few minutes. We are going to leave Eduardo. I wish I could film the, I think it's called the vernacular, we would say in English, but it's like an elevator that goes up the side of the mountain. It was super cool, but I was told not to film, so I don't want to cause any trouble, but it was really cool. Got a little cramped though. A lot of people were inside, so we were shoulder to shoulder. We got some steep stairs we have to go down, but after that ladder I came down earlier with that really big drop, this is no problem. I can do this one-handed. I can do this while I'm still filming, but I don't know. Probably I shouldn't, right? I can do it one-handed though. Hand on the handrail. We'll go down backwards. It's a little safer. Oh, yeah, no problem. Easy.
Tem. Peraí.
Oh, Instagram. Yeah.
For here, for Brazil, and this one goes to
Other
somebody abroad. I don't know which country.
Oh, outside the country.
Esse é o Instagram dele de cabeleireiro, esse é o Instagram dele do artesanato. E aquele
So
lá é
Eduardo's partner makes these little dolls. I will leave a link in the description if you would like to learn more. I'll leave his Instagram, but they are pretty cool. How much are they, do you know?
Quanto custa? Você sabe?
Eu não sei não.
He doesn't know how much.
Sei não.
He also makes those things too.
Ele faz também. Ó, essa não, essa daqui.
Okay, and during the pandemic, he also made masks.
Made.
But now that the pandemic is over, you have extra masks.
Yes. Ganhamos dinheiro fazendo.
Eduardo has been nice enough to offer us some food, but he's also showing us some things that he made by hand. Here is a nice little bar set that he made. So good stuff under there. Some Cuban cigars, which we can't have in the United States. And is there anything in there? Is there anything good in there?
Oh, o armário? Quer mostrar o armário?
Pode.
This.
Oh, wow. Wow. Very nice. So this here too? So I'm assuming all of the woodwork Eduardo did.
Like to see like different things. Yeah.
Air conditioning.
Not only him, he said.
Oh, wow.
It's me, but me with.
So they must work well together.
We said we were going to be late about 20 minutes ago, so we're definitely leaving for real. But Eduardo, thank you so much. He's busy talking, but I want to be a good guest and thank him on the way out. I promise I will do that off camera. I'm beginning to realize Brazilians find it hard to say goodbye. I was a little worried because our guide did leave us, but luckily Eduardo is going to walk us out of the favela just so we're safe, because we really should have somebody traveling with us who is from the favela. Okay, do you want to improve your English and visit a Brazilian Airbnb at the same time? Well, you clicked on the right lesson. So what we are going to do is we are going to start down here on the street. I'm going to film a very little bit and then I'm going to take you up to my Airbnb and hopefully teach you some English. Now, I've done these before. I have to keep teaching English until I reach my hotel room. This is a little different. This is an Airbnb. I can explain the difference on the way, but I'm a little worried. There is a doorman that has to let me in. That's what we call it. So there's good security here at the Airbnb because I don't know if you can see him below, but there are some people around that might not have any homes, but the neighborhood looks pretty nice. Oh, there's some e-bike rentals over there if you would like to get around Rio. The traffic is crazy though. I don't dare. Oh, oh yeah, he's let me in. Okay, we can go in now. Perfect, thank you. All right, there's a lot of security here. This is a great Airbnb, and if you want to come here yourself, I will leave a link in the description. There's me. Hello. And we need to go up to the 7th floor. Watch this. That thing should shut. So my wife Jamie and we have this Airbnb for about a week. I thought you would like to see it. I think we can learn some English in it, and it's pretty amazing. A guy named John owns it, and he's an American, but his wife is Brazilian, so that's why he owns this Airbnb. 7th floor. Trying to get the camera to turn around. I've been saying this quite a bit. This is a new camera for me. But we just took the elevator up. I would say this would be like a gate or a cage. And this might be just a foyer. And there were automatic lights that came on. Okay. There's a code I have to put in, but John would probably not like me to show everybody, so I'm going to try to remember the code. Oh, there is a doorbell, and then there's some Portuguese. I don't know what that means, but let's ring it and see how it sounds. I didn't hear much. Maybe they heard it inside the Airbnb, but nobody is in there. Nobody's in there. We will be in just a second. Let me remember the code. It worked. I thought I did it wrong. Okay, I think there's some Portuguese here too. I think that says welcome. I could be wrong. All right, this place is amazing. Hang on. Wait until you see the view. That's pretty crazy. 3 bedrooms here and 2 baths. I'm going to wait for the view though, I think. Let's look at the first bedroom. Gotta turn the camera around. Okay, look at this. We would call this a laundry basket. And of course, television. But you don't come to Brazil to watch TV. Some nice little artwork here. I believe this is a double bed. So 2 people could probably sleep here. We would call it a double bed. Oh, look at this. A fish. Not sure. Oh. You could probably put a drink here. And we would call that a coaster. A coaster. So the wood on this dresser doesn't get ruined. You could put your cold drink on a coaster. We have some hangers in a closet here. We have some artwork here. We have some beach towels. Let me turn this around. Hang on. Sorry, still getting used to the camera. I'm still trying to work this. So these are thick. In English, we would call this a beach towel. But I've heard that Brazilians on the beach don't use beach towels. They use these things called congas. Now in English, a conga is a drum. I would think of a drum when I first hear it, but these are like really thin pieces of fabric. I guess way better than a beach towel. You can shake the sand off more easily. Sometimes sand will get trapped in a beach towel, and then you get back to your car or you get back to your apartment and there's sand all over the floor because there's still some sand trapped in your beach towel. So I think Jamie and I will be getting some congas to bring back. Hey, if you are Brazilian, can guys use congas? I don't think they can. But I'll bring them back to the United States and I'll be a guy that uses a conga. Let's turn the camera around again here. Some more artwork on the wall. These, that might be a coat hook. You could probably hang your jacket there. Or that could be artwork. I'm not sure. Here's some more art. More art. Uh-oh, I don't want to show you the view yet. Let's go to the bathrooms. Oh, kitchen. I forgot. Kitchen. This little thing right here, we would call that a door stop. Because I think if I remove it, yeah, the door might close. So it is a, what is that animal? Oh, it's a little puppy. It's a door stop that looks like a puppy. So we have both Portuguese and we have English. And it says close when using the air conditioner. And I will show you why. I'm going to do that right now. Hopefully we can get back in. Hang on. There we go. We closed it. All right, what is this, a telephone? Oh, for the lobby. All right. John and his assistant, her name is Charlotte, they have been amazing. I started chatting with them on WhatsApp a couple weeks ago. I booked this Airbnb a while ago. Booked, do you know that? That means when you decide you are going to stay at a place, you could book a hotel, you could book an Airbnb. But they've been awesome. Every question I've had, they've answered, and I think if I needed something, I could call them downstairs. So a lot of instructions here. Everything you need. Look at, okay. We have some trash bags. Oh, we got some, that's in English. But we might call that plastic wrap. All right, just in case you have any bugs. Perfect. They even left us some snacks. Can't wait to try these chocolate things a little later. Probably call these chocolate wafers in English. Banana. I think almost every language says banana, but I do have a student. His first language is Arabic, and banana is not banana in Arabic. I can't remember what it is. All right, less of me, more food. We got some apples here. Crackers? We might call these, yeah, probably just, ooh, get it in the camera. Crackers. And then, I don't know what that is. Probably some white chocolate. The camera is not cooperating with me. Hang on, but I can't stop filming. I'm trying to, okay, now I can move it down. Okay, that'll be better. And then when I turn it around, it should find my face. Okay, I'm back. But you don't want to see me. You want to learn more English around here. There we are. So we have, they call this a trash bin, and this is the recycling. And this is why they want to keep the door closed, because it can get hot. This is the dryer, and that is the washing machine. They gave us some beach chairs, and this is umbrella. Hang on, turn around, thank you. I learned that umbrella in Portuguese doesn't sound anything like umbrella. I think it sounds more like parasol, which is an English word. Parasol is a really big umbrella. So it's kind of the same, but what is this over here? Oh, a little sink. Right there. A little sink. Probably won't be using that. What else? Microwave. Click over here. Microwave oven. Nothing inside. Cups in here, right? Yeah, some cups. Lots of cups. Bowls. Oh yeah. For your cereal in the morning. Maybe way up there, is that alcohol? Maybe a shot glass or two. More cups, glasses, coffee maker. Wait, 2 coffee makers? Oh, maybe just in case one breaks. I don't know what that is. A funnel, maybe? We might call that a funnel in English. We got a sponge so we can wash our dishes. Okay, this is filtered water. This is filtered water. Americans, when they visit Brazil, I'm told we should not drink the water. Let's say microorganisms. Okay, microorganisms is what we call really small living things that we can't see. So I guess Brazilians can drink the tap water just fine, but Americans cannot. Now at our hotel, we were able to drink the ice. We were able to have ice in our drinks, and we were able to drink the water because they had a filter. And luckily here, because I think they do get quite a few American tourists, there's one tap we can drink from down there, and one tap we should not. It's down here. Not too much. What is this? Is this hang on. That looks like maybe a waffle iron. Maybe a skillet for making pancakes? Yeah, probably. Let's say, I'd call that a skillet. But a skillet usually only has one of these. Very handy. Easy to flip your food. Hey, make a pancake in there. All right, back you go. We'll close these doors here. Everything you might need for your coffee? Toothpicks. We would call those toothpicks. After you're done eating, getting the food out of your teeth, bring it down here. Some tea. Oh, I like this. This is, oh man, what do we call this? This will make your drinks foamy. I have one at home for my hot chocolate. Oh, I cannot remember. I will put the name of what this is in English. Come on, English teacher. Get back in there. So, what's in the fridge here? Ice cube tray. I wonder if they are filtered. If we want ice cubes, I will probably make new ones with the filtered water. That's an ice pack right here. You could put this in a cooler, hang on, to keep your ice from melting. Look at this. All condiments can be used by guests. Condiments are not left beyond expiration date. Well, that's good to know. So everything in this refrigerator is good to eat. So we have some mayonnaise in English. I don't know what that is, but it looks like it cleans fruit. So maybe some fruit spray to clean your fruit. What is this? I don't know what this is. Some kind of milk? Sugar? I can't tell. It's in Portuguese. But there's some sort of juice. It looks like it says delicious. So we'll try that a little later. I don't know what fruit that is though. Have to use Google Translate. I'm not sure if you remember, I have mentioned this before on a video, but Jamie is allergic to guava. That could have been guava. We'll check before. Look at this. If you make a mess, right down there, broom. We'd call this a squeegee. Yeah, if the floor is wet, you can just squeegee it. Squeegee, that's a weird word. Squeegee. Oh, hang on, sorry. I dropped this. But look it. There is a cooler. So if we want to take it to the beach, we can. All right, let's go into another room. See what's going on here. I thought I was locked out for a second. Okay, well, oh, it's so much cooler in here because the air conditioning is on. Shut that door. I don't want to turn the camera around yet. I'll give you a little hint. It's the great view of a beach. Let's go into the bathroom. It's dark in here. Typical bathroom. Turn on the light. Shower. How do you get in? Shower, okay. Shower doors. Nice little shower here. Pretty nice shower head. We've got a towel hook here. Wow. All right, look at this. You don't see these in the United States, but I think we would call this a bum gun. I'm not going to explain too much about it, but hopefully you know. A roll of toilet paper, sink, probably some soap. All right, let's back out of here. There are... Wait a second, did I forget a bedroom? I think there are 2 bedrooms and 2, okay. Another bedroom. Oh no, you can see a little bit of the view. But this is a bedroom with twin beds, we would say, for one person, twin beds. She said that if I wanted, they could move them together and make a queen bed, I think it is. So push the 2 beds together, and it will make a queen bed for 2 people. But the way they are now, twins. Twin beds. Another bathroom over here. Oh, you can sit down in this shower if you want to. Take a break on the bench. Okay, very nice. Toilet. Another laundry basket. Trash bin. Let me just tell you a little bit about the trash bin by the toilet. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in a previous video, but if you are coming to South America, the plumbing might not be the best, so there is usually a little bin right next to the toilet. Do not flush the toilet paper, put it in a little bin next to the toilet. All right, let's take a look at this bedroom. I think you might get a little view of the beach here, but actually it might be too white. You might not be able to see it, but king bed. This is where Jamie and I will be staying. A safe here. They recommended we leave our passports in here. I made this code. 911. Oh, it opens. We'll put the passports in there later. I don't know though. I'm a little worried. If I put my passport in there, I'll probably forget it. I might just leave it in my bag. My bag is going to stay here in the Airbnb. And you should know the difference, right, between an Airbnb and a hotel. Airbnb is more like you're staying at an apartment that's yours for 2 days, 3 days, a week. All right, here's a little view of the beach here. Oh, it's a beautiful day. I think we are going to the beach after I'm done with this lesson. But let's go back into the living area and I will show you that because it's pretty impressive. All right, here we go. Turn around. Camera's not on me. We don't need to see me. Look at this. Nice couch, some pillows, a couple remote controls for the TV that we will probably never watch. Some more artwork, love it. And look at this. I don't think I have ever taught this on the channel before, but that is a hammock. You can take a little snooze in there if you want, take a little nap, and then look at this. Hang on, let's go. Hang on, get the hammock out of the way, and look at that view. Now we are in a town or part of Rio called Leme, I guess a neighborhood. So we are no longer staying in Copacabana. If you saw the last video where I filmed an English lesson at a Brazilian hotel. But we are going to be here for a couple days. I will be making more English lessons. Hang on, did I show this part here? So thank you all for staying with me for this 21-minute video. I hope it was helpful. If you're looking for more English, right up there, I will keep the lesson I did at the Brazilian hotel. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. In today's English lesson, you are going to learn English at some of Rio de Janeiro's most famous landmarks. First up, Sugarloaf Mountain. We are going to take a cable car all the way to the top of the mountain. Right now we are standing in line waiting our turn to take the cable car up to Sugarloaf. If you're in England, you might hear waiting in a queue, but in the United States we say a line. In English, we call the fear of heights acrophobia. So if you have acrophobia, you're probably not going to want to ride on this cable car. Luckily, I don't have it, I don't think. We'll find out. I don't think Jamie has it either. She's with me today. Our ticket came in the form of a wristband. We would call this a wristband. You can wear it around your wrist. All right, we're going up.
Hi, let's go.
Alright, let's take a look at our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just a perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, but again, away feels like it's been. Okay, sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a. Okay, sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Got the Tropicana, fresh cut sushi on a platter. Brandy, honey, it don't matter shots. Till I drop, gonna be 24/7, golden hour like a boss. And they say, yo, guess you got a 2 o'clock in front before shot, they shot wrong.
Cuidado con el espacio entre el teleférico y la plataforma. Cuidado com o vão entre
I thought we were at the top of Sugarloaf Mountain. We're only halfway there. The next cable car we get into will take us all the way to the top.
For the first time in ages, I wake up and don't hate it. I guess I found some peace. Through the day to the evening, without shouting and screaming, something new to me. Alone without being lonely, getting back to the old me. It's kinda nice to feel free.
Okay, I'm here with Jamie. We are at the top of Sugarloaf Mountain, and I'm wondering, what has been your favorite part of Brazil so far?
I have two things. One was meeting the people in the favela and having acai there. It was very, very good, the best I've had so far. And yesterday we had some really strong waves at the beach, and it was just nice to relax and play in the ocean.
I would agree with Jamie. We are about halfway through our vacation, and it's been nothing but awesome. The people here in Brazil are so amazing. They actually like tourists, I think. While we are up here, maybe we should talk about the word panoramic. Panoramic means wide. A lot of cameras can take panoramic photographs. That means like a really good view with a wide area. Where I'm standing right now, there isn't a panoramic view. There's a lot of stuff in front of my view. But if I walk to the other side, the views will become more panoramic. Panoramic view here. We have a view of almost the entire city. It's a really wide view.
Have you been to Boston?
Loved it. Did the touristy thing.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to, but.
Boston.
Faneuil Hall,
Yeah,
you gotta do
it's
the
like
whole
going,
Faneuil,
yeah. I really like to have them go to Longfellow's house. It's a public Longfellow, and they have
Waiting in yet another line. I don't want to tell you where we are going just yet. Maybe you can guess. I don't even know. We might be going on a train to go up higher. I'm not sure. I can't see, but I don't think we are walking. If it is a train, it's not here yet. Oh, we were waiting in line to take a picture that we're not going to buy, but they will probably try to get us to buy it when we leave this next landmark, this next attraction. We rode in a van to get up this halfway maybe to the mountain, but I think we're waiting in line to go into another van. I'll keep you posted. And it was a van we got into. It's a little cramped in here. That's a word you can use when you're really close to other people. And this driver is going really fast around corners. I wouldn't go as fast. They do drive a little crazier here in Brazil than we do in the United States, or at least most of us. Now would be a good time to teach you the term car sick. Like if you're riding in a car and you start to feel like you are going to throw up because there are so many twists and turns, you can say that you are going to get car sick.
Só apertar os dois aí, pessoal.
Если босс, там что-то написано было.
Jamie and I are going to try to take a selfie here, but it might not be that easy. A lot of other people have the same idea. It's pretty crowded. Let's talk about the verb circling. You might know the shape circle, but it can also be a verb. There seems to be helicopters circling the statue constantly. That means all the time. Christ the Redeemer is Brazil's most visited tourist attraction. About 3 million people each year come here, and the statue was first built in 1931. And I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I think every attraction needs to have a crying baby. Maybe 2 or 3 crying babies. Correction, so sorry. I said earlier that the statue was built in 1931. It was completed, or it was finished in 1931. Construction began in 1922. A lot of people taking selfies at Christ the Redeemer. And it looks like there is a little church at the foot of the statue. If you are a soccer fan, you might like this next landmark. This is Macarana. I hope I'm saying that correctly. A very famous soccer stadium in Brazil. It's hosted the World Cup and the Summer Olympics. No other stadium in the world can say that, or at least that's what I'm told. Wish me luck here. It is very busy. I'm not sure exactly how much English I can teach, but this is the 3rd most visited tourist place in Rio. Christ the Redeemer is number 1. Sugarloaf Mountain is number 2. And these steps, which I probably will not pronounce correctly, start with an S. I know the artist who built this was from Chile, and I know it's very busy, but we would call these things tiles in English. Tiles. And again, a lot of people are taking selfies on these very famous steps here in Brazil. I think the higher up you go, the fewer people there are, because these steps are pretty steep. There must be a place that's selling alcohol, maybe at the foot of the steps. It's another way to say the bottom of the steps, because I see a lot of people drinking caipirinhas. I think I'm saying it right. It's the national alcoholic drink of Brazil. Caipirinha. Okay, I think I found the place. Caipirinha and suco, maybe? That could be just juice. 5 reals. I think I'm saying it correctly. That's like $1 in the US, so pretty cheap here. Hey, look at an Alaskan tile. That is a state in the United States. Let me catch my breath here. It would be amazing if we could find a tile from the state where I'm from, Maine. Okay, look at. Still on the search for Maine. Jamie, already went up all of these steps. She said she could not find one. Dear universe, I trust you. Look at that. There is a plant growing in a tub, and it looks like somebody had a corona. This might be the closest we'll get to Maine. It's a lighthouse. Well, that's going to do it from the steps here in Rio. I hope you've learned a little bit of English. If you're still looking for more English, there is an English lesson I did at a favela here in Brazil. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. In today's English lesson, I am not exactly sure what you are going to learn, but I am going to try to get a haircut and a beard trim. I just don't know if the hairdresser or the barber is going to speak English, so it might not be a great lesson. Hopefully it is. Hopefully I can teach you something as long as you stick with me. There's the English phrasal verb for you. Just keep watching, and hopefully you will learn some great English. I'm still in Brazil. I've been going all day, and this stuff is just getting too long. But it's nighttime outside, so I do want to teach you one thing downstairs, and I hope it doesn't keep me awake at night. I can hear it already. That is called jackhammering. Now, it is dark here in Rio, so I don't want to show the camera to too many people. It's a pretty good neighborhood, but you never know. It looks like we struck out. They are closed for the night. We'll try again tomorrow.
The next day.
Okay, try number 2. Hoping to get a haircut here. I don't remember exactly where they are, but they are somewhere in the neighborhood of where I'm staying. One term I would like to teach you is scraggly. I'm looking a little scraggly now, I think. You can describe someone as scraggly if their hair doesn't look neat, if some parts of their hair are long and other parts are short. So I need a haircut and a beard trim so I don't look as scraggly. The other term I would like to teach you right now is tan line. So I've been at the beach quite a bit this week, and I'm worried that when my hair gets cut, I'll have a tan line around my head. You can get a tan line if you are out in the sun and wearing clothing, like maybe a sleeve. Can I show? I have a short sleeve t-shirt on now. If I was in the sun a lot, when I got home, part of my skin would be darker than other parts of my skin, so we would call that a tan line. I hope I won't have any tan lines around my head. There's also the term farmer's tan. And a farmer's tan is when only the back of your neck gets tan, maybe even red sometimes. Bob the Canadian is a farmer. I wonder if he has to worry about a farmer's tan. There is a hair cutting place there, but I think they only take women. I don't think they take men. He said something to me in Portuguese, very friendly, but I'm not sure what he said. But I can't get my hair cut there, I don't think, unless he was saying, yeah, come on in. But there's another place right around the corner I would like to show you because it's pretty unique. Okay, maybe I don't know where this place is. I'm a little lost. Maybe it's just around this corner. I could get a beer if I wanted, but it's really early in the morning, so I think I'll skip it. Looks like I'm his first customer today. He said that he can cut my hair in about 5 minutes, so I just need to wait. I didn't have an appointment. Let's talk about that. If you have an appointment for a haircut, that means you set up a time beforehand when you get your haircut. So maybe, it's like 9:30 right now, maybe I could have had a 9:30 appointment, but I don't. So I just walked in. That's what we call it. When you go somewhere, you don't have an appointment, you're a walk-in. Sometimes they can cut your hair, sometimes they can't. We also use that with doctors. You will have a doctor appointment sometimes, but then if it's an emergency, you might just walk into the emergency room in the hospital. Call that a barber pole in English. I will definitely have to use Google Translate to tell him what kind of a haircut I want. I might just say, hey, make me look as good as you can, because obviously I don't have a lot of hair, but guess what? This is my last haircut before I fly to Turkey and get more hair on top of my head. If you also would like a hair transplant, there's a link in the description. And if you mention my name, Brent10, you can get 10% off your hair transplant with Ahmed in Istanbul, Turkey. Is this your shop? Do you own this? Do you own this? You're the owner?
Absolutely.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
How long? How many years? Oh, sorry. Anos? Quanto anos?
Quantos anos? 30. 30.
Oh.
30.
Tudo bem?
Tudo bem.
Whatever you do, it's okay. It's good.
Drink? It's coffee, water.
Oh, no.
Beer.
No,
It's free.
no. Oh, no. No, obrigado. So far, so good. I look less scraggly, I think, now. All right, that was Carlos. Gave us a good haircut. I don't think I have any tan lines. I look less scruffy. Unfortunately, I probably look a little more bald, but he did a great job. And I think it was only $19 US for all of that treatment that I got. So I think I'm gonna go back, give him a little bit of a tip. It wasn't even an option when I paid. In the United States, a lot of times you can pay for your haircut, but then give extra to the barber or the hairdresser because they did a good job. There was no option that time. It was just 90 reals. I think I'm saying that right. Reals? It looks like reals in English, R-E-A-L-S. Well, thank you so much for watching this English lesson. If you want to see another one here in Rio, there's one up there where I filmed the Airbnb that I'm staying at. Thank you so much. See you next time. In today's English lesson, you are going to learn English at a Brazilian market. They are just setting up right now. First English phrasal verb we can talk about, that means getting ready. And there are a lot of different stalls here, I would call it. And this first stall is selling sundresses. I would say they are dresses. but they are light. They're not heavy. So we would call these things sundresses. And you will probably hear me say quite a bit, "Não falo Português, desculpe," which means, I hope, I can't speak Portuguese. I'm sorry. But there are quite a few different stalls here selling different things. Bless you. This looks like some kind of bag, but probably the product is still inside the bag. Some bikinis over here. We got some jewelry. It looks like some rocks. Maybe some precious stones. Those are flip-flops or sandals back there. I know in the United States, people don't want to be on camera, so I'll try not to get anybody on camera here, but we can still learn a few things. Figurines here. Elephant, rabbit. That might be Jesus, or maybe his father. Oh, phone cases over here. More dresses over here. But like I said, I think they are still setting up. I'm not sure when this starts. It is almost 8 o'clock. So maybe it starts at 9 o'clock. Hey, in the middle of the market, there is a trampoline. Bless you, a lot of sneezing. Yeah, right on the street here in Rio, there is a trampoline. Last night, there were some kids jumping on that trampoline. Bless you, wow. Not sure if the mic is picking that up, but somebody sneezed a few times. Yeah, and some kids were jumping on the trampoline last night, and that would never happen in the United States. Nobody would just put a trampoline in the middle of the street without maybe, I don't know, charging some money and getting insurance. Because in the United States, a lot of times if a parent would put their kid on a trampoline, and trampolines are so dangerous, somebody would be getting sued. The parents would want some money from somebody. Very small bikinis here, by the way. You see that material there? We would call that crochet. More crochet, probably a French word. And also here. Those are very tiny bikinis. Most people in the United States probably wear bigger bathing suits. Let's step away from the market for a second. Last night, right outside our Airbnb, there was a party. It was super loud. We're just above this group of restaurants. I think there are like 3 here, maybe 3 or 4. We ate here last night and it was so good. It's Portuguese, so I probably can't say it correctly, but Jalquina? But one of the restaurants had a man with a guitar playing some live music, and the whole restaurant was singing along with him. I don't know what the song was because it was in Portuguese, but sounded like they were having a good time. Jamie and I like to retire early. That's another way to say we like to go to bed early. So it was pretty loud, but not too bad. I think they stopped at maybe 10 p.m. Maybe I'll take some footage if they do it again tonight. It's a Saturday morning, so maybe that was something that doesn't normally happen, but beautiful plants here. I have no idea what they're called. We don't have them where I live. But certainly nice and green and beautiful. Where I live right now, everything is brown and has died, but it's springtime, so everything is coming back to life. It's good to get away from my part of the United States to a place that is much warmer. Just waiting for Sita to arrive. I went back up to my Airbnb, and this view never gets old. That's a good term to know. Never gets old means you could do it over and over again. So I could look at this view over and over again. How about this term? In the flesh. In the flesh. You can use this when maybe you've met somebody online, like Sita and I, but we've never physically met. We've never met in person. You could say, oh, there he is, in the flesh. And flesh is just another name for skin. You can say, oh, maybe you like a certain music group and you've never seen them, but then you go to their concert, oh, they're right there, in the flesh. Just makes it a little more important. If you enjoyed this English lesson, it's a short one, so if you want to continue learning English, right up there is an English lesson I did at some place in Brazil. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. In today's English lesson, you are going to be learning English in the world's largest urban rainforest. And maybe the first term we should talk about is urban. Urban means like the city. The difference is rural. Rural means out in the country, like kind of where we are right now, or at least it looks like that. But we are still in the city of Rio. This is the world's largest urban rainforest, which means we're still technically inside a city. It's about 13 square miles wide. And we took an Uber to get here. I'll show you a little of that footage in just a minute so you can see what urban looks like. Before we talk too much about the rainforest here, let me take you back to Rio. As we were leaving this morning, it was definitely rush hour. Ooh, need to watch my step around here. All right, it is rush hour here in Brazil, and it looks like they have a police officer directing traffic. A lot of horn beeping. That was nice. He let the man with the scooter go. Now in just a minute, there should be a ton of traffic coming this way. Gridlock, we might say, when there's a big traffic jam. Gridlock, nobody's moving down there. So I don't know. The traffic light way up there. Looks like it's working. Maybe just for rush hour, they have police officers directing the traffic. And the most, like, where the cars are being, let's see, how can I say this? Where there is more traffic than any place else in the city. Maybe. I don't know. It seems pretty busy. You have pedestrians trying to cross. A bunch of cars just backed up there. Another big road there. I'm just standing here waiting for my Uber so we can go to Tijuca National Forest. Hope I'm saying that correctly. All right, here's a police officer on a motorcycle. Oh, maybe a very important person. I don't know, who knows? Maybe that's what the holdup was. In that black car, maybe somebody very famous. Here they come now. Oh, he's flying, the police officer. Oh, look at this, here they all come. A lot of motorbikes, the front, got some taxis, you got a passenger van there. And just over here we have a man with a cart and some umbrellas, a bunch of beach chairs. He is probably bringing that down to the beach. So, got a bee on me here. So that, right in the camera now. He likes the camera. So that he can sell those to people lying on the beach or maybe sitting in a beach chair. He dropped us off at the entrance, which is great. But when it came time to end our ride and try to tip him, we didn't have internet. So luckily I could tip him with cash, but the worry that we have here in this rainforest is we don't have any cell service. So I hope we're able to get out of here okay, but we'll keep you posted on that. It could be an adventure getting out of here. Oh, and rainforest? It's exactly what it sounds like. Forest, so lots of trees, lots of plants, and they get a lot of rain. That would be where the rainforest comes in. Over here, we would call this a picnic area in English. Maybe a nice place to have lunch after you've been hiking all morning. Oh, look at this bench. Beautiful. It looks like it's been decorated with broken tiles, possibly. And another thing is, when we arrived, because I don't have internet, Google Translate wasn't working, and nobody at the visitor center spoke English. Now, there are tons of animals in here. I'm not so sure about snakes. I hope there aren't any snakes, but one of my favorite animals of all time is in this rainforest. In English, we call that a sloth, but they're elusive little animals. I'd like to teach you that word right now, elusive. It means hard to capture. In this case, it's hard to see. How about this, using the verb elude? That's where elusive comes from. Elusive is an adjective describing things, but to elude, that means like to run away from. So here's a sentence. The criminal eluded the police for 2 weeks before they caught him. So that would completely make my day if we were able to see a sloth somewhere here in the rainforest. Oh, and in this playground we have what we would call a slide, but for a very small person. And behind me, there is a sign telling us that there might be tortoises in here. I think. Not turtles. There must be a difference between turtles and tortoises, but I'm not sure. If I figure it out, I will leave a little information on the screen. I'm a little out of breath because we are climbing a mountain right now, but all of Rio at one point was rainforest, but then somebody got the idea that, well, maybe this part of Rio should be set aside. English phrasal verb right there. Set aside, it means like to save in order to use in the future. So they set aside this 13 square mile park to really help with Rio's water problem. But this was man-made. It's not natural. I had some notes saved on my phone of who set it aside, but because we have no internet, they aren't working on Google Docs right now. Another thing. Jamie and I thought we could buy water at the visitor center, but no, we can't. Look at this big tree trunk. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to be pretty thirsty if we ever get out of here. And the more walking I do and the more dehydrated I get, that means you are losing water. It might be hard for me to teach. Maybe we will drink some natural water here in the rainforest. Nah, probably not a good idea. There's probably going to be a pretty impressive view from the top here, but I do want to warn you, if you are going to come to Tijuca National Park here in Rio, it's free, which is good, but it's the one place we probably should have gotten a tour guide for, because they would be able to point out some English phrasal verb there for you. They would be able to point out all of the amazing stuff that Tijuca National Park has to offer. I'll try not to breathe too heavily into the microphone. Okay, we've made it to the summit or the top. Those are both words you can use when you're talking about the top of the mountain. So we're here at the summit, and I don't know the name, but it was something like Alto di Bandieri. So I'm thinking that might be drums. Could be, or is it bandit? I don't know. Please, in the comments, if you speak Portuguese, what did that sign say? I don't have class right now. I have what's called the study hall, but there are students in my room and they speak Portuguese. I just asked them what that sign meant, and they told me it means like high flag, not bandit, not drum. I was wrong. But unfortunately, all the way up here, we do not have great views. There's still a lot of trees blocking our view, but I'll give you a 360. I'll turn around in a circle so you can see what I see. Oh, I heard a dog barking in the distance. Maybe we're not so far away from the city after all. Maybe we will be able to Uber out of here. I think coming down from a mountain is always worse than going up to a mountain. You're more likely to fall, I think. At least I'm more likely to fall. Jamie just gave me 2 words that I should teach you: ascend and descend. When you're going up, like going up a mountain, you can say you are ascending the mountain, or you could say you're descending the mountain, which is what I'm doing, and it just means to go down. Here's that sign. Turn the camera around here, please. Any idea what that sign means? Alto, I know is high, but I don't know that other one. Oh, bandiera. That's probably sounding too Italian, I don't know. There's another way to get up there, but I think we're going to skip that. We'll just keep descending the mountain. And if you are a Portuguese speaker and watching this, please don't make fun of my Portuguese. That's one of my superpowers, I guess. Pronouncing things in Portuguese horribly wrong. And sorry, I don't usually teach with gum in my mouth, but because my throat was so dry, I decided maybe chewing some gum would help keep my mouth a little more wet, a little more saliva flowing through the mouth. Saliva, spit. Do you know that term in English? Maybe we will do a little interview with Jamie, my wife, if you've never seen her. I'm wondering what are her thoughts on us getting trapped here in Tijuca Forest, because we can't call for an Uber. I wonder if she is worried. I wonder if she is as worried as I am. And also, is she super thirsty like I am? And you might be wondering, where is Jamie? Why aren't you two hiking together? And we kind of are, but she doesn't want to be in every shot, so she's gone up ahead of me. I will catch up to her eventually, but every so often she will yell up, "Hey, are you good?" And I just say, "Yeah, still doing okay." It's important to, I guess, trek or explore the forest, hike with another person, just for safety. But if something does happen to us here, I don't know who we would call without cell service. So that is a little concerning. But if one of us fell, hurt ourselves, got dehydrated or something, the other person could go to the road, wherever that is. Don't think it's too far. They could get help. Jamie is here, and I'm going to ask her, how do you feel about getting out of here? Are you a little nervous because we don't have cell service?
I was nervous at first. I actually asked Brent if we should pay our driver just to stay here until we were done. But I believe if we just follow the road down, it's a one-way, so it's not as crazy as some of the other roads we've been on. I think we just follow the road down, we'll eventually get some service and be able to get an Uber out of here.
All right, wish us luck. There are monkeys in this rainforest too, and I think we just saw one, but those things might also be elusive because we saw him once and he was gone. He went this way, but I've heard of monkeys stealing cameras. I hope he doesn't grab this from my hand. I don't know. Let's talk about the term camouflage. It's a word in English. Sounds like it might come from the French, but basically a lot of the animals are camouflaged, which means they blend into the area that is around them, and it makes animals who are camouflaged really hard to see. This monkey was kind of black with a gray and black tail, so he could be really close. I just can't see him because he's camouflaged. I think in a lot of touristy places around the world, they will have these signs written in their native language. So here in Brazil, it would be Portuguese, but oftentimes there's also English. Not always the case here in Brazil. Whoa. Okay, we have some steep steps. If we want to go down to this waterfall, we have to go down these really steep steps. But hey, if we see a monkey, it'll all be worth it. And someone who works here at the park looks like they're doing a little maintenance, fixing some of the things in the park. Oh boy, here are those steep steps again. Okay, we are making the long walk down the mountain on this road, but luckily there is a bike lane and a car lane. So I don't know if you remember the Christ the Redeemer video, but that was a crazy road. People were walking, people were biking, cars were going in both directions. This is way more calm and less dangerous. How about this term? Speed bump. So there's a bump in the road right here, and that is there to slow cars down so they don't go as fast. If you go fast on a speed bump, you're probably going to be wrecking the bottom of your car. How about this sentence? My gum has lost its flavor. I've been chewing this piece of gum for a little while now. It was mint, and now it's nothing. And I would love to get rid of this gum or throw it away, but I don't think I should do that in a natural rainforest. So I will just keep chewing the gum, keeping the rainforest tidy, even though my gum has lost all of its flavor. I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but admission into the park, it's free. There is free admission to this park. You do not have to pay. Here comes a motorbike. A Jeep tour just passed us. We're really wishing we would have taken the Jeep tour, but it didn't get really good reviews for some reason. Unlike the tour we took a couple days ago when we visited all of those landmarks. So I don't know, maybe a tour would have been better, but I think we will be coming up to some pretty cool waterfalls in just a minute. Oh, it looks like there's a French tour. Spoken French on this tour. And I'm sure we could have taken an English tour. Actually, I think this is where you get the Jeep tours. Not sure if that Jeep tour is the same company that I looked up on the internet, but yeah, look at that. Little tub with a fountain coming out of a lion's mouth, maybe? Is that what that is? Luckily, we made it back to civilization. We can definitely use the bathroom if we need to, but there's still no cell service, so we might have to go even lower down the hill to get some cell service and call an Uber. Do you want to see what the bathrooms look like at Tijuca Forest? Or at least some of the bathrooms? I already checked, there's nobody in here, and I don't I don't think there's a light in here, but got your basic toilet. Another basic toilet. And a bucket. I'm not sure why the bucket. Maybe at one time there was a shower in here. Who knows? But you also have a sink. More Portuguese that I can't read. You know what I do like though? This bench. Great tile work on this bench. Now, if that doesn't look like a plant in a rainforest, I don't know what does. All right, I think these waterfalls are pretty famous. I've seen pictures of these before. Let's see how awesome they are for real with our own eyes. Okay, we made it after a 30 or 40-minute walk. Oh, hey, guess what? We're reaching civilization now. Turn it around because there's a monkey, I think, or an aardvark, something. What is that thing? Oh, he's trying to get in the trash. He looks like what we have back home. We'd call him a raccoon, but I don't think that's a raccoon. I'll have to look what animal he is up, but oh. He just crawled into the trash can. Well, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by this animal, we've made it back to civilization. I think we will be able to find an Uber. We don't have to spend the night in Tijuca Forest. But if you have enjoyed this English lesson, please hit that subscribe button, give it a like. If you want more English, right up there is an English lesson I made in Brazil. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.
Where are you from?
United States.
United States. USA.
Yeah. USA. Have you ever been in an accident?
Yes.
Okay. In today's English lesson, you are going to learn how to describe people in English. But we're not going to do the lesson on the beach. No, there's a mountain somewhere behind me. We are going to do it up there. But for me to get up there, I need to take a motorbike. I'm a little bit nervous about that. I'm not sure if they have Uber in your country. They have it in the United States. I've used it many times, but I've only used it with a car. Here in Brazil, you can get a motorbike to pick you up. I haven't ridden a motorbike in maybe forever. Now, maybe when I was really young I did, so I'm a little nervous. I have to film. I might drop the camera, I might fall off the bike. Wish me luck. I'm not sure if you saw the English lesson when I first arrived in Rio, but motorbikes are crazy. They can go in between lines of traffic. I'm crossing a road that has 2 lanes of traffic, but if a motorbike wanted to go in between the 2 lanes, he could. Luckily, we don't have far to go. It is just down the street. But I thought we should talk about the first way you can describe somebody in English before we get on the motorbike. How about this? Warm smile. Do you know what a smile is? This is something you might do depending on which country you live in when somebody takes your picture. In English, we say cheese, and you're supposed to smile. Well, if somebody has a warm smile, it means they're friendly. So you might hear somebody say, oh, she has such a warm smile. She makes everybody happy when she enters the room. You could also say she lights up the room with her smile. Is it Uber?
Rafael, my name is nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Do you mind if I record our ride?
Where are you from?
United States.
United States, USA,
USA,
USA. Welcome, nice to meet you. Rafael, my name.
What's your name?
Rafael, my name is.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you.
You're single. Take care.
Sunglasses? Okay.
Yes.
Thanks for speaking English too.
Oh, no. More or less, my English.
Hopefully this will work. We're going to the fort behind me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was born in São Paulo.
Oh, really?
Yes. My family, half family live here, half family live there. São Paulo.
How did you learn English so well?
Oh, thank you. God heart to you.
How many years have you been learning English?
Yeah, I'm studying English.
Nice.
I make the course English 1 year only.
Are we going to the fort that's over there?
Yeah.
Okay. Thought we were going a different way. It is a little crazy on a motorbike. Have you ever been in an accident?
What?
Have you ever been in an accident?
Yes.
Okay. Not today though, right?
Yeah, first time you do it here?
Yeah, it's my first time.
Yeah. What you think? What you think here?
I love it.
I love it. Amazing.
I love the people. They're so nice.
Yes. The people here smiling, happiness.
Always, always. That fort over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're a good driver.
Do you go Sugar Loft, Quash Regime? Do you go?
Yep, I've done all of it. I loved it.
I like it there too. I get every people here, the people the road here, France, USA, UK.
You're a good driver.
Oh, finish away.
Oh man, I appreciate it so much.
But I like you, my friend.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Amigo.
Follow me, okay? My Kawaii, Rafael Antunes. My YouTube, Rafael Antunes Bezerra. Follow me, okay, people?
All right.
Nice to meet you.
I'll leave a link in the description.
Yes, love you.
I'm not sure, but I think we just met the nicest motorbike driver in Rio. Thanks so much for the ride, Rafael. And like we said, his Instagram is in the description. Super nice guy. And that's what I've been saying, is that everybody here in Rio seems so nice. But we have work to do. We're gonna go up there. There is a trail that we have to take, and I am going to teach you some English along the way. So after this English lesson, you will be able to describe people in English a little bit better. I just have to figure out how to get in here. I was here a couple days ago. Oh yeah, the gate's over here. But this is an old fort. I believe the Brazilian Army, maybe Navy too, used this to drive away the Portuguese. You probably know, but most people in Brazil speak Portuguese because at one time they were a colony of Portugal. No, they don't speak Spanish down here. Did you know that? In South America, more people speak Portuguese than Spanish. It's just because Brazil has so many people. I think this is still used by the military today. There were a couple men in uniform and they were sweeping. Oh, so a lot of motorcycles here too. All right, we're on the trail now up to the mountain, and it is a little bit strenuous. Do you know that word? It's a little bit of hard work to get up here. So the trail is quite strenuous. You will probably hear me breathing pretty heavily already, but we also might see some monkeys along the way. When I was here a few days ago, there were some monkeys in here. I don't see any now though, unfortunately. But you didn't click on this video to see monkeys, did you? That would just be a nice bonus. How about this other way to describe nice people? Warm personality. Usually when we're talking about people, if we say something is warm, it's nice. If they're cold, not so nice. So a warm personality just means like they're always happy, they're always friendly. Their personality is like their mood. So our Uber driver, Rafael, definitely had a warm personality. We have the opposite of warm, cold. Have you heard about somebody getting the cold shoulder? That part of your body is your shoulder. And if somebody gives you a cold shoulder, that's an idiom. It doesn't translate well, but it means they ignored you. What about this term? Sharp dresser. Do you know that one? That just means somebody dresses really well. They have a good taste in clothes. Another way to describe a person in a good way is kind-hearted. Kind is another way to say nice. Heart, that has something to do with being nice and friendly. So if you know someone who's always in a good mood, I find that a lot of people who love animals, love to take care of animals, they are kind-hearted people. You know what kind of person should be kind-hearted? And that is a teacher who teaches really young children. I think that would be a good trait for someone if they taught young children. And a trait is just like one thing we would use to describe a person. Trait is a hard word to explain, so I will give you a couple synonyms, words that are almost like trait. We might say like their behavior, a habit that they have. Another word we could use is like a quality that they have. Those are all words to describe what a trait is. All right, here is a bench. Let's sit down here and take a break. I'm working up a bit of a sweat as I climb this mountain. Let's talk about this next trait, strong-willed. Strong-willed. If someone is strong-willed, they do not change their mind. They don't change their opinion. Maybe if a little kid is strong-willed, they don't listen to their parents all the time. When we say strong-willed in adults, that can be a good thing. Like they stand up for what they believe in, but a strong-willed child, it could be a negative way to describe that child. Where are the monkeys? I don't see them. I don't hear them. Oh boy, this one hurts. The next way you can describe somebody is that they have thick hair. Thick hair. It means they have a lot of hair on top of their head. You could describe my hair as thin. Oh, he has thin hair. So that's the opposite of thick hair. Found a little cave. I'm not going to go into it because I'm afraid of what animal might live in there, but let's check it out. Here's one of my favorite ones. Infectious laughter. She has infectious laughter. Laughter? Do you know that one? Ha ha, ha ha. That. If you hear a funny joke, you might laugh. But infectious laughter, that means other people will start laughing if this person starts laughing. Infectious means it can spread to other people. We use this with a medical term too. Ooh, you remember COVID-19? That was infectious in a bad way. But if you were next to someone who had COVID-19, you could also get it. That's what we mean by infectious. Look at this. Oh, hey, look at that. Way in the distance, that is Sugarloaf Mountain. What about this one? Loyal friend. So you probably know what a friend is. It's the opposite of an enemy. And loyal means they will stay by your side in good times or in bad times. Loyal. They will never leave you behind. They are always truthful with you. I'm hoping that you have at least one loyal friend. I think that's maybe all you need, just like one really good loyal friend. And unlike a couple days ago when I visited that rainforest and forgot my water, I did not forget my water today. I think I'll take a little sip right now, take a little break. I should probably talk a little about my jersey. I'm now wearing another very popular soccer team here in Rio. They're called Botafogo. I think I'm saying that correctly. So I have two jerseys now. Hopefully everyone in Rio will like me. Yes, and I'm also wearing a fanny pack. It's where I can keep my video equipment. I mean, I know it doesn't look the most masculine. I don't think a lot of guys in the United States wear these kind of sling bags, we might say too, but it is super convenient. And I have noticed that some gentlemen in Brazil also wear these fanny packs. So Brazilian haircut, Brazilian soccer jersey, Brazilian bag. I think I'm turning into a Brazilian man. What do you think? A Brazilian man who is out of shape and needs to work out more. What about this one? Radiant complexion. Complexion is the way somebody's skin looks, often on their face. And radiant means like there's a brightness coming off their face. The sun emits rays, sun rays. So it's kind of like that, like beautiful like the sun. A radiant complexion. Oh, and guess what? We're at the top already. Okay, that wasn't so bad. But can you see in the distance? I hope my camera is picking it up. That is Christ the Redeemer. And a giant Brazilian flag. If you have been watching all of my English lessons in Brazil, you will have seen a lot of great views, and this time is no different. All right, we have some more over here. That's Sugarloaf. And you can see the cable cars going up and down. I mean, come on, Rio, right? Beautiful city, I think. And it's very convenient. They have bathrooms all the way up on top of this mountain. Sink to wash your hands. And some cups for water. But unfortunately, as an American, I can't really drink the water here. We have this thing in English called microbes, like really small living things. And I guess there are different microbes in Brazilian water than there is in American water. So my stomach is not used to it. I might get sick if I drink the water here. Tap water at least. Bottled water only for me here. I hope you've enjoyed this English lesson about describing people. If you're looking for more English, right up there is a whole playlist from the country of Brazil. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.
Marcelo e família, Leme, 38.
Come visit him here in Leme.
Venha pra cá no show da Madonna, beber drinks.
Oh, is it Madonna coming in concert?
Sim.
Okay.
No próximo dia 4.
Next
O mundo todo aqui. Momento.
Okay. He's going to come back with something. What's he going to show us? Oh, a little shower. In today's English lesson, you are going to learn English on a beach. But this isn't just any old beach. This is a beach in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. So some of the terms we will talk about, you can use all around the world when you visit a beach, and some will be specific to Rio's beaches because, let's face it, Brazilians probably do the beach better than anyone else in the world. Before we get to the beach, I'd like to talk about this iconic boardwalk. If something is iconic, it's known throughout the world, and the boardwalk is something that is nearby a beach. It's usually like a wide sidewalk, but this one is different because it's a mosaic. So you can see there are little pieces that come together to make a bigger piece, and that's what we call a mosaic in English. And all along the boardwalk are these bars where you can buy, well, alcoholic drinks. You can also buy some food. It's very convenient if you're going to the beach. Sometimes they'll even play live music at night. I can't say that drink too well, caipirinha, the first one, but it is very popular here in Brazil. I know it has some alcohol in it, some lime, some sugar, very similar to a margarita. Another convenient thing near the beach are restrooms. Yeah, so if you are going to be at the beach for a long time, you can use the restrooms that are like right next to the beach. I haven't been down here yet. I don't have any idea what they look like, but of course, if anybody is down here, I don't want to film them. Oh, it looks like you have to pay if you use the bathroom. So it looks like they do charge to use the bathroom at the beach, but I bet it's way cleaner. Luckily, I have an Airbnb right across the street, so if I ever need the bathroom, I can go there. And of course, we could always just go in the ocean probably. To describe today's weather, I would call it overcast because the sun isn't really shining. There are a lot of clouds. Not the perfect day for a beach, but maybe the perfect day to film an English lesson because it's not so busy. I really like this thing. It's not running today because it's not that hot out, but usually this pipe or this hose has little bits of water that come out, and you can walk along this so you won't burn your feet on the sand. The next thing I want to talk about is a stall. We might talk to some people at the stall. I'm not sure. There were other guys here that I kind of became friendly with, and I bought some drinks from them. I don't know these guys too well. Hopefully we have at least one guy that can speak English. I just did a really bad job in Portuguese, but I did order, okay. I did order an energy drink. How do you say, thank you, my gosh, I forgot, thank you. Obrigado, obrigado.
Okay.
So I do have some money. Oh, look at the bees. They like the sweet things. I do have some money.
Perfect.
It's wet, like most money they get at the beach, but here is the 20. All right. It's okay, keep. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Obrigado, obrigado. So we got our energy drink. They sell a lot of other things. Maybe I should show you the menu. I'm gonna take a look at the menu. Okay, thank you, obrigado, obrigado. So this is what they sell here. Look at that. So it is in English and it's in Portuguese, which is very helpful. There's the caipirinha. Okay, the national drink of Brazil. But you can order a lot of things here.
Caipirinha is amazing.
It is amazing.
The best of the best. Marcelo e família, Leme, 38.
Come visit him here in Leme.
Venha pra cá no show da Madonna, beber drinks.
Oh, is it Madonna coming in concert?
Sim.
Okay.
No próximo dia 4.
Next
O
for.
mundo todo aqui.
Okay. Thank you. Obrigado.
Okay.
Show the. Right here. Come visit him here. You can actually buy umbrellas and beach chairs. I think. Can you buy coolers too, right? So you can even buy
beer.
You can even buy a cooler here and put your beer in the cooler.
Beer. Sim.
Tudo bem, tudo bem.
Ice.
So like I said, Brazilians probably do the beach better than anyone. You can come to the beach with nothing, but you can come to the stall behind me. You can buy your drinks, you can buy your cooler. Well, actually you rent your cooler for the day, and they will even come out to the beach and deliver it to you. They will come to your beach chairs and umbrellas every so often, asking if you would like more to drink, more to eat, and they even have a kiddie pool set up. Maybe you are bringing small children to the beach, the waves are too much for them, put them right in the pool.
Para bambitos. Momento.
Okay, he's gonna come back with something. What's he gonna show us? And did you notice that the hose, it leads right to the stall? Hola. And Brazilians are so friendly. Yeah, see that wet hose, if your feet are burning, it will lead you right to the stall. And I'm not sure, I wish I could ask them, but it's almost like they are responsible for keeping this little stretch of beach clean. There are definitely trash cans here. Oh, yeah. Look at some more of the stall here. Super friendly people, the Brazilians are. Oh, he's starting something up. What is that? That looks like a generator. I think we would call that a generator. Okay. Maybe for the showers. If you need a shower, you can come right here. Maybe your feet are a little sandy. Obrigado. There's something going on over here. Oh, water. Oh, little shower. Little shower for the kids. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, wait, maybe it says you have to be, could be you have to be less than 5 years old to come in here. That makes sense. You don't want a big kid jumping in and ruining it all. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, desculpe, il nome é?
Marcelo.
Oh.
Sim.
Oh, you're Marcelo.
Marcelo.
All right, nice to meet you.
Okay.
See you later. All right, what a guy, what a guy. There are some people, well, a lot of people in bathing suits. I don't want to be that creepy guy and get them on camera, but behind me, there is a lifeguard station. So if you do need help in the water, there is a chance that a lifeguard will help you. Although there aren't too many on the beach, they are pretty spread out. And for Americans, Canadians, Europeans visiting Brazil, I think the prices are quite reasonable. This, very convenient, on the beach, energy drink, it cost me about $3, which is what I would pay, no, probably I would pay more than that in a grocery store back in the United States. There are quite a few stalls set up every few feet. So there's 38 over there, Marcelo and his family. 37 is who I talked to a couple days ago, but I haven't seen them lately. And 36, you can see over there is another one, but it's written in Portuguese. I don't know what it says. Another term you might want to know if you are visiting the beach, these are sandals, or sometimes you will hear them called flip-flops. I am not wearing the dad shoes today. Another thing we need to talk about are vendors. So you have the stalls, they stay in one place, but there are these other guys, and they are mostly guys, called vendors. When you are sitting at the beach, they will come around and sell you things. And I mean anything. Sometimes you will see a guy coming around with prawns or giant shrimp. You can buy a hat if you want. You can buy a speaker for music, acai, of course. And when it's dinner time, there are even people selling like empanadas that I think they probably made at their house, brought here to the beach to sell. I would love to film some of these vendors, but it might be a little creepy. I don't know. So many people in their bathing suits. And it doesn't seem like the vendors and the people at the stalls have a lot of beef. It doesn't look like they're competing for the same clients. Not sure why, but seems like everybody gets along pretty well. The next time you see me, it will be nighttime because the beach transforms at night. Transforms, it means changes. Yeah, different things will be happening at night. So I wanna show you that part of beach life too. Actually, before we go to the nighttime stuff, I wanna teach you a term, get used to. Believe it or not, the water here in Brazil is actually quite cool this time of year. I might even call it cold. So the waves are coming in. They haven't touched my feet yet. But when they do, it is absolutely freezing. It is absolutely freezing. But you can get used to it. Do you know that term, get used to it? So once you stay in for a little while, your body will adjust to the temperature. So only right at first is it freezing, then you get used to it, your body feels a little more warm compared to the water. But that initial shock, yeah, it's pretty cold. I also want to teach you undertow. Okay, undertow is when the waves come in, you stand there, and then it's almost like the waves want to push you back out. If it's really strong, it almost will knock me over because it takes so much sand away from my feet. The undertow isn't too bad today, but the lifeguards have put out red flags warning people that you need to be careful or you could get swept out to sea because of the undertow, especially a small child. So here's that red flag I was talking about. And I don't know Portuguese that well, but I believe that says high risk. And red in any language usually means stop. So I think that is a red flag, meaning be careful when you're out in the ocean. What about these two terms? This sand, we would probably call soft sand. And down here, this sand is a little more packed. If you are going to walk along the beach, you might want to walk on the packed sand rather than the soft sand. And these little pieces of sand, the little bits of it, we would call those grains of sand. And the little bits of water, we call water drops, drops of water. Did you know that? I'm actually back at my Airbnb, and one phrasal verb I would like to teach you is wash off. A lot of times when you visit the beach, you get a lot of sand all over the place. You might not want to track in the sand. Maybe another new English phrasal verb for you. Let's talk about track in first. That would mean bringing the sand from the beach into your house or into your apartment, and then everything would be sandy. You don't want to track in sand. So you need to wash off your feet and any other part of your body that may have gotten sand on it. Luckily, I only went in up to my probably ankles, probably a little less than that. I didn't go in very far, but is there a light here? Yeah. And there is a little shower here. I can wash off my foot so I won't track in sand into our Airbnb. This is the beach at night, so a pretty different scene. All of those stalls that were on the beach earlier have been packed up. Good English phrasal verb there. They took all of their stuff. I think they put it in a truck. They packed it up for the night. And now some of the more sporty events are taking place. There's somebody playing, or a few people over there, playing beach tennis. That's what I've been told. Way down there. Not sure if you can see it. It looks like some kind of soccer school. Way over there. People can lift weights. I don't know where they go during the day, but they're not here. And way down there, way down there, looks like people are playing volleyball. Way out there, I will try to zoom in, is a big tractor. And they are combing the beach or dragging the beach. I think we could use both verbs, but it is basically picking up the trash from the sand. At least I think that's what they're doing. Or maybe they're picking up some equipment. But every so often, even during the day, you will see a tractor, a green tractor, come along and pick up all of the trash that has been left on the sand. Oh my goodness. There is quite a bit of trash here. Sadly, All the trash there. It's too bad. But every time I've come to the beach during the day, there hasn't been a lot of trash. So I imagine this will get picked up before people start arriving on the beach tomorrow morning. One thing I forgot to mention are barges. There are huge, huge boats that sometimes are seen in the ocean from the beach, and they, I think, are transporting oil. Some of them are transporting shipping containers, but I was surprised to see how busy the traffic was right off the coast of Rio here. We even once saw a battleship. I don't think I have a picture of that, but if I do, I will show it to you. Yeah, those look like people from the city of Rio, probably work for the government here, going around picking up all of the trash. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson about visiting the beach during the day and at night. If you're still looking for more English, I filmed an English lesson in one of the most dangerous favelas in